Come on in, pull up a chair, and take a load off because today I will be taking a first look and paging through Paleomythic from Osprey Games. This is one of the first two releases in their new lineup of role playing game books. Interesting. So I want to dig into this and get a peek right after this. Howdy, 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 gang. Yes, I'm Jeff McAleer, back once again as your host here on the Gaming Gang channel. So, as I mentioned in the open, I am going to take a look at one of the two new role playing game books which are coming from Osprey Games. Now, these are supposed to release in December. I have conflicting dates. I will mention that in just a bit. But first off, I'm taking a look at Paleomythic, which is written by Grambros, with artwork provided by John McCambridge and Mars Osterveld. Taking a stab here, folks. The 285-page book is slated for a December 24th release, according to the Osprey Games website. It is going to carry an MSRP of $35 as well. There's no word yet on digital editions of Paleomythic. So let's swing on over to the other camera and get our first look at Paleomythic. And here we have Paleomythic, a role-playing game of stone and sorcery. I do believe Paleomythic originally came out about 5 years ago, but it was kind of like self-published. Obviously enough, this is getting kind of a deluxe treatment from Osprey Games. So let's flip over the back. Let's take a peek at some of the flavor text on the back here. It says, Paleomythic is a role-playing game of mythical adventures and grim survival in the land of ancient Mu, a harsh prehistoric world of biting cold winters, savage predators, and hostile tribes. Take on the roles of hunters, healers, warriors, soothsayers, and more as you explore temples and mysterious ruins, bargain with otherworldly spirits, war with tribes of beastmen and cave-dwelling ghouls, and thwart the schemes of ambitious warlords and nefarious mystics. Whether you tell a gritty tale of hardship and survival, or an epic saga of grand adventure, Paleomythic provides all the tools for storytelling at the dawn of time. Sweet, very cool. So let's crack this on open and start paging through. I have the impression this is probably going to utilize kind of a rules light sort of system. I'm not positive. It's just the impression that I've got. I have not looked through this. I have not checked out any previous editions of Paleomythic. So I've got an introduction. One thing I will mention, because this is Osprey, Osprey has fantastic artwork. That is one thing that we are going to be treated to, because Osprey Publishing folks know that they have been a go-to company, especially for like miniature painters, historical miniatures, gamers. They've been a go-to for decades because of their uniform plates. So here it shows that Paleomythic uses standard six-sided dice. So I've got a D6, a D2, D3, and 2D6. So all you're going to need are some six-sided dice. So giving us a little info about the background. Talking about the game mechanics. Flaws. So we've got traits. So it says traits are qualities that represent a character's innate physical and mental abilities, such as being agile or wise. A test usually has an associated trait. And then we got flaws. It says the flaws are opposite of traits, represent areas of weakness. So it looks as if for a trait, you're going to get a bonus die. And for a flaw, probably gets you a negative die. So we've got tools. So it appears that we've got a tool die. So if a character makes use of the correct tool for the task, roll a bonus die. We've got tool breakage. So it says, in the Paleomythic world, tools are typically made from materials that are prone to damage. Flint gets chipped, wood splits, vines fray, and so on. That means tools can often break. So we've got a game mechanics summary. So to make a task, roll dice equal to the current number of traits. If any of the dice show a 6, the task succeeds. So gain a bonus die for a relevant trait. There you go. Lose a die for a relevant flaw. So I was right on that. Gain a bonus die for the correct tool. Tool breaks if the tool die shows a 1. And weapon effects occur if the bonus die for your tool shows a 6. So there are some weapons are going to have special weapon effects. Okay. Pretty simple mechanics right there. Now talking about our characters. Gender, age, name, traits, flaws, and talents. Got some ideas as far as traits. And I'm sure you can make up as many as you want as you go. We got a character backgrounds. Character appearance. And we've got an example of creating the character as well. It's got a little checklist. Well, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool artwork there. Starting goods. So now it looks like, are we getting into different kind of classes? So we've got, or archetypes, I guess maybe I'll say. So we've got the mystic, serpent. Characters with a serpent talent are incredibly light and nimble with an uncanny suppleness. It's so supple. So these are, I guess these are sort of abilities. But they're kind of character classes as well. So we've got Storyteller. So I will mention that the paper stock is really nice. This book is really well put together. So we've got the Storyteller. We've got a thief. I know we're gonna have a warrior, obviously enough. Got a warrior coming somewhere. Beast tamer. Savage. Simian. Snake charmer. Soul eater. Aha. This rather unsavory talent confers an ancient power to acquire abilities from the dead. The character must consume some flesh from a deceased person. Yikes. Yowza. So we've got a tracker. There we go. Fire class. Barbarians. Brawlers. A caster. So that's someone who's skilled with ranged weapons. Feral. Hunter. Warrior. And we've got the kind of like oracle class. So we've got chief. Cultist. Priest or priestess. Ritualist. A seer. Soothsayer. This is cool. Then we got sorcerers. So we got a bone chanter. I find it interesting that taking a look, it's like kind of like starting goods. You don't have a whole lot of stuff. That's for certain. It can be a cave painter, a doomsayer. It looks like a lot of the book is devoted to kind of creating your characters and the character classes. So we do see that the mechanics of the game pretty simple using the 6-sided dice. So we are into like crafters right now. Healer, trapper. Character improvement. It says as characters survive and have experiences, their skills improve and their knowledge increases. This is called character improvement, and in Paleomythic, it's measured in adventures that the player records as stories. So if they accumulate enough stories, they can spend those points. Looks like they can get new traits, remove flaws, new talents. Okay. Got aging, which at this point in time, I would say you're probably looking at someone who reaches 30 is considered an elderly person. So we've got different goods. So we have different armor, different weapons. It's kind of telling us what these are made out of too. Flake. Huh. Okay. Different containers, clothes, curiosities, luxuries. Aha, so about we get to page 111 and we get into adventuring in ancient Mew. Yeah, this looks like this is very rules light because we're getting, little sections on each page about different aspects. So here we get into tactics. Here it looks like we get into a little more depth. Restraining someone, shoving someone, smashing, strangle, taking or tricking. Now we got the weapons, talking about weapon effects: destroy, disarm, entangle, fracture, gore, gouge, impale, impede, intimidate. So there are quite a lot of weapon effects there, which we already saw comes into play if you get a 6 on your tool die. So here we get an example combat. Lately, I've noticed prehistorical role-playing games have kind of had a few releases come out. I know for years and years and years, there really wasn't much out there if you were looking to play something that's, kind of like before the dawn of time, right? Before written language, things like that. And now we see there are a few titles out there. This looks pretty interesting. I'm going to enjoy reading through this. And it looks like a lot of this information is in just bite-sized chunks. Not looking at reading 7 pages about grappling or anything like that. So here we've got some hazards with disease and exposure, fear, fire, poisons, starvation, traps, constructing traps. And now we get into some setting information. Here's the artwork from the cover of the book. So the world of ancient Mew. Environments, societies, customs, laws. The other world, entering the other world. Encounters in combat in the other world. Then we talk about tribes. An example tribe, the Cloud People. So the Cloud People are a small tribe that is suitable for use as the tribe to which the BCs belong. I would think if you are a fan of RuneQuest, this might be a system you might want to take a peek at as well. Although, of course, RuneQuest is Bronze Age fantasy. But this almost kind of gives me that vibe a little bit. So, different areas. The Obsidian Desert, the Reeking Swamp. And we get the gods of ancient Mew. Quite a few different deities. Adversaries in ancient Mew. So we've got foes. The term foe is used here to define the various human opponents characters might face. Non-human opponents are described in the sections on beasts and beast men. All right, so here are the beasts. Apes and bats and bears. Oh my. Bear dogs. So these look like these are pretty much just standard animals, standard creatures. But of course, for someone who's got basically, a flint knife, these can still be rather deadly encounters, no doubt. So, wish we had some more images in the book. I'll be very honest. But still, you are getting plenty of gaming material. I want giant scorpions. There you go. Cool. I was gonna say you're getting plenty of gaming material here for the $35 MSRP. So we've got Beast Men. And is this an adventure? It says the Dog Fiends of the Mountain of Skulls. Maybe not. Maybe they're just maybe those are just beast men. Looks like that is the case. And we've got the dead. Different spirits. So we've got pretty much spirits for every sort of creature out there. Then we got a GM section. So we don't get a GM section until we hit page 239. So talking about language, time, and travel, maps, weather, different adventure types. I'm curious how Osprey Games is going to support these 2 new releases to their role-playing game line. It's one thing to release a core book. It's another thing when you start releasing like bestiaries and adventures and things like that. I'm hoping we see that. So talking about theme, variants to the game setting. Now let's play Neanderthals. If you want to play classic sword and sorcery, because Paleomythic encourages games that are already close to the sword and sorcery genre. But for those GMs who want to create authentic sword and sorcery adventures, there are a few simple changes that need to be made. Yeah, advance the technology. That's for one. We know that. Here we go. Here we got an adventure. Captives of the Beast Men. This is for 2 to 5 characters. And I'll kind of flip through this fairly quick. Oh, hey, that looks really nice. That is a cool map. Looks like 16 locations in this adventure. So, looks like it takes place in some caves. I'll kind of zip through that. So, no spoilers there. Then we get a little bit of an appendix here for name creation. Some tables. We're going to do random talents. Pre-generated characters. That's cool. So you can kind of jump right into that adventure. Got a character sheet as well. And then we've got an index. So all told, we're looking at 286, 87 really. 287 pages. I thought it was 285 for some reason. But I guess not. It's 287. So that is what we see when we page on through Paleomythic, a role-playing game of stone and sorcery. So let's head back over to the other camera. So there you have a first look at a page through of Paleomythic from Osprey Games. Looks interesting, I have to admit. I am kind of excited about these new role-playing game products that are coming out from Osprey Games. Of course, I will have a first look at Romance of the Perilous Land in probably a day or so. So we'll take a peek at this as well. So, of course, I will have a review of Paleomythic in the very near future. So that's it for this time out. So as I like to point out, don't miss me live Mondays through Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Time right here on YouTube as I bring you the latest in tabletop gaming news with the Daily Dope. If you like this video, please give it a quick thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And if you do, don't forget, ring that little bell, because it will not only notify you of when I upload standalone videos such as this one, it'll also tell you when the stream goes live within about a minute or so. And of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. By now you know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. So I will be back next time. And once again, until then, happy trails. Zoobity-bity-bity-boo-boo. Zoobity-bity-bity-boo. Zabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-bum. Zibbit. Whoa, hey. I didn't realize that you were still here. Well, if that's the case, then allow me to share the following information with you that I only have 20 seconds to do. So let's all take a deep breath. So, if you would like to subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel, please click right here. If you want to check out the latest episode of the Daily Dope, click right here. And if you'd like to check out a randomly selected standalone video, by all means, click right here. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer, and thanks for watching.